Hello again and welcome to a new video. Today we're looking at this March 2023 Toyota Hilux double cab. This is the 2.8 D4-D auto with paddle shift because it's the GR Sport, which is Toyota's sort of, I think it's their race division's interpretation of the car, with a few styling differences, not only on the outside, but also on the interior. There's also been changes to the suspension, which we'll come back to. Now, the car's covered just 4,317 miles. It's not due its first service yet. It's either 10,000 miles or 12 months. And as you may or might not know, they have a 3-year warranty on these, which is extendable right up to 10 years. So after the initial 3 years, each time you have it serviced with Toyota, they'll extend that warranty by a further year, right up to 10 years or 100,000 miles. So, as always, we're going to go round the vehicle, show you the spec on the car, the condition, what we've done with the vehicle, and then the middle of the vehicle will be going inside the car, going through some of the options inside, and then finishing with the engine bay, etc. So we'll come round to the front now. Now, the entire vehicle, despite only being just over 6 months old, has been machine polished, and the shine on the vehicle is superb, as you can see. Now, we've also added the Predator spoiler bar down at the bottom, and then the bonnet guard. Now, we've chosen a different bonnet guard to the ones that Toyota use, because their bonnet guards tend to cover this section here and you lose the outline of the grille. So we've gone for this other option, which allows you to see the full grille. Now, the whole bumper is different on the GR Sport, and you'll see that instead of the logo in the center there, we've got the radar, and then we've got Toyota here with like a carbon fiber effect, I would say, on there. It's not carbon fiber, but it's that sort of effect in the plastic. And it's also finished in black gloss as well, because this is usually finished in just black plastic, the same as on the wheel arch covers, which are also slightly different with the black gloss at the top there. Other differences, we've still got parking sensors on the front, but the fog light, the actual whole bumper is a little bit different. The Invincible X, let me just zoom out a little bit, is a little bit squarer around here and a different moulding there. And now on this one, we've also got the fog lights there and those sort of black vents. As you've probably noticed, there's no chipping or damage on the front of the vehicle. And with that bonnet guard and that spoiler, it's really beefed the front of the car up. I mean, they're a nice looking pickup truck from the front to start with, but if you want something that looks a little bit more meatier, obviously you can take the bonnet guard off. It really enhances the front of the vehicle. If I come in close, you can see the paintwork is really nice there. If we come up onto the bonnet, there's one tiny little chip which we touched in, and we've just got to finish it with some lacquer. It's so small. It's just by my finger. It's so small. There you go. There. We've just got to put a bit of lacquer. If I zoom out, it's so tiny. But other than that, the only thing left on the vehicle, on the bonnet, is a shine from the machine polishing that we've done to bring the car up really nicely. So let's just zoom out again. There's the front. The wing mirrors are also finished in black gloss, and the door handles on the side. Come in and see those, look. And we've got the wind deflectors fitted as well. Now, what I like to do is come down low on the side of the vehicle and just show you how nice it is, the shine, no ding dents. We've got the side steps. And we'll come round, do the same on this side. Slightly different reflection this side because there's so much in the background, but nevertheless, you can see really nice condition. If we come up onto the glass, No chips in the glass. The roof, now there's been a little change up here for a little while now. They've done away with the antenna at the front and they've gone for the shark fin at the back, which is just a cleaner look. And the antennas at the front were quite annoying because they were quite floppy and they'd move about. We've obviously got 360 cameras on this later one. We've got cameras under there, and then there's a camera, if I just come round to the front, just under there, and another one on the rear. Now, if I move out, so I don't know if I mentioned, Decuma grey is the colour. I think it's one of the best colours, especially, you know, black is nice to look at, but quite hard to clean. The blues are nice, but the grey and the black, I don't know, I think it's my favourite, apart from, I do love the bronze colours that they do. Now the other change on the GR Sport is the wheel size. So they've opted down to a 17-inch wheel, because they're usually 18-inch on the Hilux. Now the 18s have a 265/60 tyre, where these are running on a 265/65, so a bit more profile, and that's because the suspension change, I guess. So what they've done, they've fitted sportier springs and shock absorbers on the rear, so dampers and shocks, and given it a firmer ride, which gives you better handling, less body roll. I'm going to show you the rear wheel while we're here. And you find that the vehicle is a lot more direct, handling-wise, cornering, a little bit stiffer on the suspension, but it's sort of balanced with the little bit more tyre that you get to sort of stop it from being too rigid. So it seems to work really well. It feels, I'm not too sure if they've changed the software as well, because it just felt a little bit more lively as well. So maybe there's a little bit in the software for the engine, a little bit more responsive, I'd say, on the pickup, especially if you put it into power mode. Other changes are the badges on the rear. So they're finished rather than chrome in this metallic sort of grey colour. Same on this side of the GR Sport. Now if I've got the camera up under the handle there, now if I come back, just want to show you the tailgate. Now there is a sway line that runs up here, so this isn't a dent. It runs from the other side all the way around and comes up here, and it's part of the shape of the panel. If I move around, you can see it. So that's not a dent, because sometimes it looks like a dent if you look at it from a certain angle. But really nice vehicle. I'm just checking I can move back. We've got a 13-pin tow bar with the flange on the back. Now, before I do open up the back, I think we'll do this side of the vehicle. So let me come back out. I get poked in the eye by the plant. So there's this side, and I'll come in and show you. It's very rarely actually that, I mean, you've got to be doing something quite wrong if you're going to scuff these alloys, because the tyres really protect the alloys on these. So there's the wheel there. And there's the rear one. And we've also got the sports bar up on the top there. We've got the privacy glass all round. Now, for those of you that know a little bit about the Hiluxes, they don't have central locking on the tailgate, and usually if you were to open it, it would literally fall down. It would come crashing down. However, there we go, that's it open. So we've additionally fitted a lift and damper kit. And these are about £200-ish, plus getting someone to fit one. They can be quite fiddly. You've got to fit some brackets underneath there. So the hinges, or these extra hinges or springs, have been fitted, they're under tension, and they push against here, and we've had to fit a bar underneath that runs forward, so that can push against there, so it doesn't damage the bodywork. And basically those springs take the weight of the tailgate completely, and then the damper at the end enables it to drop down smoothly. It does actually tell you to take this little rubber thing off. Let me show you on this side. And that's because the damper won't push back against this. But what we did was cut the block off the back, because that's there for a reason. It's a guide for this, and you don't want this touching the light, so that when it does shut, it keeps it away from catching on the light there. It comes out as it comes out, and it just keeps it out. So we've made sure that we've done it really nicely and better than the instructions said, in all fairness. All of the Bedliner cover is in really good condition. There's no scuffing on it really at all. Got the little lugs at the side there. Obviously you could put one of the roller shutters on the back, or a different cab on the back. If you were looking at doing something like that, we have the facility to buy them, so we can always quote you a price for whatever you're looking for. But again, this is like new. It's only done 4,000 miles and it's not really had any use. Now, that was the other thing. So let me just show you. I'll change hands with the camera. I'm just going to use one finger. You can't do that, not unless you're Britain's strongest man maybe or something, without hurting your finger normally without the lift and damper kit. So what that's done is taken the full weight of the tailgate to enable you to close it really easily. And also when you're opening it, especially when it's wet, it seems to drop down and come crashing down and cover you with water. So one last look around the vehicle, just slowly, and then we'll take a look inside. We've also got a 69 plate 2.4 in the background there. Let's just come in. We have an Invincible X in the orange also that's due to come in next week. So, keyless entry, keyless start. We can press this button to lock the car or unlock it. Now inside, they've really changed things up really. I mean, it's a really nice interior. So we've got the black door card with the red stitching with the leather. We've got this carbon fibre effect running all the way down there. We have got the JBL sound system, and up on the top there, as you can see. And then if I just come out and just come back in, you'll see that they've given it much sportier seats with the sort of velour in the centre. Now that's, get out of the way, there we go. It's got like the red underneath. It's a suede actually, sorry. This is a suede finish with the leather at the side. Some red sections there of leather, and then the GR logos in the headrests. So they've really jazzed it up and made it much more sporty inside. And then you've got this lovely red trim with the carbon fibre effect running right the way across. Got the GR Sport badge down here, the stitching on the hand brake, the centre armrest. So really sporty inside now, and the suspension to match. You know, it feels totally different. While we're on this side, for those of you who don't know, there's a little air vent just here you can open up. With the aircon on, that will turn into like a little chiller cabinet. And then in here, the glove box, locking wheel nuts, books, and there's an adapter plug there. I think that takes it to 13 pin to 7 pin, I think that is. So that's all there as well. We've got the rubber mats. All the carpets are lovely underneath. Manual seat on this side, and electric memory seat. I think it's actually electric seat. I'm not too sure if it's memory. We'll have a look when we come round. Door card on the rear. Very important to look at the door cards on these when you're looking at them, because depending what sort of use they had, they can be quite heavily marked up, or just they can be a bit tatty sometimes. Maybe not at this age so much, but they do get marked up. All the backs of the front seats in really good condition. And then, as I was saying, we've got the left and right heated seat button there. So you've got heated seats for your passengers. Centre armrest, Isofix in the rear as well for child seats. And then these seats can move up. We've got storage under here, and the other side has the jack. Let's put that down. Okay, so fuel cap is on the passenger side. Let's come round to the driver. So we've obviously got the parking sensors on the rear as well. Let's open up the rear offside door. Again, no damage on the door card. In fact, all the plates on the sill there in really nice condition. Take a look in here, look at the back of the seats. These are quite handy, you know, for your shopping bags as well. You can just hook your carrier bags on there so it doesn't, you don't end up with eggs all over the floor or something. Centre armrest has the cup holders as well. So all nice in there. We've got child locks and everything. Open up the driver's door. Let's just flip the lights off for a second onto auto. So driver's door card, again, really nice condition, no damage. That really nice carbon fibre. We've got lighting under here as well in a blue. I think it is. There might be a red option as well. And then your windows, folding mirrors, etc. Yes, so it's not memory on this side, but it is electric seat on the driver's side. See, I do so many cars. All the bolsters in really nice condition. So really nice condition as you'd expect. We've also got the perforated leather on the steering wheel. Just come in and show you that. There you go. And then the start button has the GR logo on it as well. Cup holders, there's cup holders both sides as well that come out of there. We've also got cup holders come bottle holders in the door, very important. Then down here we've got the fuel cap, bonnet release. We've got the preheater, so if you want to warm everything up a little bit quicker, press that. Parking sensor can turn on here as well. We've got a view button for part of the 360 cameras, which we'll show you. And this one's to continue the DPF clean. In fact, the DPF cleans on these, they come up on the dash in the center there as a little graph, and it shows you when it's finished, which is really handy to know that it's completed its cycle. Okay, so going on to the steering wheel, we've got the cruise control down the bottom there, and then we've got the button bottom right, which will adjust the difference between you and the car in front, and it will maintain that distance. And the one on the left is for the lane assist, which it's also fitted with your assist. So basically it's like a steering intervention, where if you don't indicate and you go over one of the white lines of the road, the steering will automatically drag you back into the middle of the lane, stop you in case you're getting tired and you start to sway. All of the, we've got dual climate control down here. In fact, we've got the heated seats. We've got a, USB and auxiliary there. I can never get these things back in strap. There we go. We've also got, let's just zoom in on that button. Oh, stop start, that's the hill descent one, diff lock, and then up here we've got the four-wheel drive and four-wheel drive low. And then we've got the eco and power buttons. You've got sport mode and gear shift there. And then we've got the paddle shift, which they never had before up on here. And they say, you know, you're not going to need them, but I have used them. I drove this vehicle for 2 or 3 days. And I did use them on a few occasions, just when I wanted to overtake, just getting a bit more control. So let's start her up. Okay, so the other thing is the instrument cluster has changed, a bit more sportier, plenty of red in there. Now the buttons down on the, if I'd stop the video there, these buttons here and the back button and default page, which you can set to a page or a screen on there. Now that was averaging 28.4. When I was driving it, I was getting between that and 34, 35. I think there was 37 at one point, but we were going a bit slower. So that's just, so if we go down on these buttons, we can then see the range, economy, how the vehicle's been driven. Obviously it's just been turned on, so it's not showing anything. MPGs from reset, etc. This shows you the angle of where your wheels are sat. I don't know if that's just something that Toyota do. I'm sure it has its benefits when you're off-road. You can have the speedo in there. Shows you the AdBlue. As that gets a little bit lower, we'll probably fill this up before it goes out, in all fairness. Now if we move to the right, we can bring up the navigation. Move to the right again, we've got the audio, which we've obviously got turned off. And then this is the cruise. If I see if I can turn it on, radar ready, and there you go. By pressing the button, we can set how close or far behind. We've also got the speed limit display in there as well. Warning messages, etc. Settings. Now if we go in here, lane departure assist. No, your assist is off, so with it turned off, it won't intervene with the steering. You can adjust the sensitivity. You've also got a sway warning on there as well. And then this is the anti-collision, and you can set how close or far away for that one as well. Road speed awareness, or I think that's what it stands for. So that's the notification method. So you can have it flash when you're over the speed limit, or you can have a, I think it's like a dinging or something come on method, excessive speed. You've also got a few options there as well. Let's move on from there. This is the cruise control, radar cruise control, driver's radar. I keep forgetting what the D stands for, but it's basically cruise control with road speed awareness on, so that's all, systems all turned on. And then I think we go one more, it takes you back. So that's taken us all through there. Buttons on this side for the stereo, the mode, voice activation. Now on this one, we've obviously got Android Auto and I keep saying obviously got, it's not obvious to everyone, is it? It's one of the things you do when you're doing a video, you pick up little stupid words that you keep repeating and they start annoying you. Right, okay, so you need to plug a lead in down here for your Android phone or your iPhone, and then basically when you go into menu, it'll bring up another little box here which will have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So if we come out of here, so if we go to menu, setup, you've got your customer, there you go, preferred service Apple CarPlay, so you can set it so it brings up Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This is where you can change the colour of the interior, so it actually looks quite cool with the red. I usually have the blue, but let's leave it on the red there for now. And audio, voice, etc. Let's go back to menu a second. Okay, so slightly different in that setup. And you can change all your voice recognition, personal data in here, obviously the map. Quite a straightforward system, but if you put your Apple CarPlay on Android Auto, you can use Google Maps, Waze, and the pixels and the screen, it shows you all the buildings, and it's much better. Okay, so we've done the eco, the power. If you press eco, it comes up at the top, or press eco and it just puts it into normal mode. Press power, puts it into power. Press it again, it puts back to normal. When you are driving more economically, it will come up with a little eco symbol down on the left here as well. Center armrest, we've got I think it's a 3-pin plug in there. 100 watt is it? I think it is, says in there. So that's all in there. Whoops. Glasses holder up here. Right, I'm gonna show you the 360 cameras is what I'm gonna do. So on the left, we can see all around the vehicle. Oh dear, let's try and get it. So we can see out the back, we can see the tow bar in fact, and the front. We can see the rear of the car. We've got this line to line us up with the tow bar. And the nice thing is, look, you can see the back bumper. So you can change the views like so. And we can change the width of the view. Now if we put it in park for a second, pressing the button over on the right down here, this will then bring up, so that's brought on, that's the front view. So down here, that's the number plate, just there. So this camera is sort of like looking down, as it suggests, looking out in this direction and this direction at the front bumper while maintaining the 360 view. And you can, I guess, you can also set it auto. So when you slow down, even if you don't go into reverse, this will come on automatically. Yeah, so you can. I think if I turn the steering wheel, is that? Oh, I think that might be parking sensors or something. Okay, so that's the view from on that side. Let me just press it one more time. And then we've got down the side of the car looking forward. So this tells you which direction it's looking in. So it's looking forward so you don't curb your wheels. If you press it again, yeah, so down the side looking forward, the back, etc. I think we've pretty much covered everything in here. So I'm going to toot the horn. I'm going to pop the bonnet. Darius is going to come round and open the bonnet. We've got the dual climate down here, as I say, fan speed and everything down here. Okay, that's we'll shut her off because you won't be able to hear me otherwise. Just make out that lighting under there. Right, so here we have the 4-cylinder, very torquey turbo diesel D4-D engine. All in really nice condition, the engine bay. Still looks shiny and new, look. Well, it is, I guess, isn't it? It's a really nice lump. The 2.4 is not a bad car at all. You know, they go really well and they do everything you want, but the 2.8 just, it gives you that bit more, and it's a little bit better on fuel, I'd say. In fact, I think statistically it's actually better on fuel as well. Not a lot, but a little bit, 2 or 3 miles to the gallon. But the pickup is really good, and they don't need remapping at all. You know, they've got plenty of power. You'll have no problems overtaking, you know, when you need to. So really, really nice clean engine bay. I mean, it's one of the most reliable vehicles in the world, isn't it? The Toyota Hilux, along with the Land Cruisers. So let that drop down. Okay, so I think we've covered everything. So if you have any questions, please get in touch. We've got various finance options as well. The warranty you know about. You don't need to buy a warranty of one of these. They're so long, you just need to keep it serviced, which is, you know, what you should want to do anyway. But a great product, great vehicle, and love this GR Sport. Thanks for watching. Give us a call. We're happy to talk to you. Take care now. Bye.